team was stuck with Mark Sanchez, and we've seen it over and over again because you're right. If Mark Sanchez's first read isn't there, the feet get crazy, the body language gets scary, and you better look out. And the flip side of that is, if Tebow's first read isn't there, they usually have a better chance because he'll probably make something happen on the third read that's better than the first read, right? Yeah. That's, once he gets outside the pocket, he's more dangerous.
All right, that was then. This is now. Look at half of our panel here, Skip. Former coaches of the New York Jets. Herm, of course, coached there from 2001 to 2005. And Eric Mangini was the head coach of the Jets from 2006 to 2008. They know a little bit about coaching in the Big Apple. So it's good that they are part of our panel because Mike Tannenbaum, GM of the Jets, was on Mike and Mike this morning, and he said very flat out, our starter's Mark Sanchez, our number 2 quarterback is Tim Tebow, but he will also run the Wildcat package in this offense, which means he will be on the field playing quarterback. Should Tim Tebow just stand up and refuse to be a Wildcat quarterback?
Well, I think this, for Tim Tebow's sake, if he really wants to truly become a quarterback in the National Football League, he's going to have to take a stand eventually in his career and be a little bit selfish and say, you know what, I understand you want me to be a part of the package, but I would prefer to play quarterback. Because if he continues to play the Wildcat package, his career is going to be very short. And look at what happened to him last year. New England figured it out. They came off the edges and hit him a bunch. That became the plan on Tim Tebow. This guy has said, I want to play quarterback. Playing in a package is different than playing truly the quarterback.
Sure, right.
You're coming in 5 or 6 plays,
still viewed as a gimmick.
That's all good. And maybe play him on special teams. You know what? That's fine. If he wants to do that, that's fine. But if he really, truly wants to play quarterback, he's going to have to get selfish and say, you know what? I want to be somewhere where people will teach me how to play quarterback.
Preach it. I love it.
That's my opinion for Tim Tebow. Because here, Eric, and you know what? And you know, you get a player like Tim Tebow, he's such a team guy. He's going to do what you ask him to do. But here's the problem in life. Do you let other people set your expectations or do you set your own? It's time for him to say, you know what? My expectation is I want to be a pro quarterback in a system that will reflect my skill set.
Can he be that quarterback?
I don't know that. I don't know that yet.
Right.
I don't know that
Okay,
yet.
what do you think?
He might have a chance. He has a lot of traits that say he can, but what does he have to do? We can talk until our faces are blue. He's got to be better. He's got to be a better decision maker with the football.
Yeah.
And he has to become more accurate.
All right.
Those are the 2 things that he's lacking.
Okay.
Well, when you look at what just happened, it seemed like he had a little leverage. He had a little bit of a chance to say, I want to go here, or I want to go there. And we don't know what all the mechanics were and what the different offers were. So he had that opportunity. I think what has happened is he chose New York with open eyes, knowing that they were bringing him in to be a Wildcat quarterback, to play some other things. And I think he's going to play on special teams. I think he's going to do a lot more than just play Wildcat. You know Mike West up there. He'll
Special
do that.
teams?
I think he's going to be the PP on the punt team. I think
Eric.
Protector.
I'm telling you.
I'm offended by it. I'm offended by the suggestion of that.
But you know, that's the kind of kid he is. And that's why I'm saying he needs to be selfish. Say, look, man, I want to play quarterback.
And at some point, he's going to be a free agent, and he'll have a right to choose where he wants to go. Right now, he does not have that right. In this process, he heard what the pitches were from the different teams, and he chose with open eyes to go there and do that. And to me, he should follow up and follow through on that and continue to develop as a quarterback.
If Westhoff comes to him and says, we need you to be our PP on the punt team.
Explain that to viewers who don't know what it
Personal
is.
protector.
Right.
Just a blocking back, basically. He should do exactly what Coach Herman Edwards suggests. For the first time in his career, he should stand up on his own 2 feet and say, thank you, but no thank you, Coach. I'm a quarterback, and I came here to play quarterback. And I'm going to say it again. I believe that by midseason, he will get his chance to be the starting quarterback when Sanchez crumbles under the pressure to maintain the job with Tim Tebow waiting in the wings. And I'm going to take issue with this whole idea of the Wildcat. To me, and again, I didn't play football, I didn't coach football, so I don't know. But to me, the Wildcat is just the old single wing. And it's run much better by a running back or a wideout who can run a fast 40-yard dash because you want to sweep with it, you want to get people off the edges, and you don't want Tim Tebow running the Wildcat. I've never seen Tim Tebow run the Wildcat. He didn't run it in Denver last year. He ran the spread option.
Well, you could argue that every play he was in was a Wildcat.
No, but it's the spread option. And I have not seen many better ball handlers in my time than Tim Tebow. We talked about this through the year. the ability to make that quick decision, that read, and pull it back out and not fumble the football, which he rarely did last year, is pretty special. And that's a whole different offense than the Wildcat, where you snap it back in the shotgun to Ronnie Brown, and he takes off with a blocking back ahead of him to the right or to the left. And again, what made the Denver Broncos offense the number one rush offense in pro football was that there was always the threat of, whoops, he pulled it back out and he stepped back and he threw it deep to Eric Decker or Demaryius Thomas. And that's why that offense worked so well.
That's why it's going to be effective in New York, because there's always going to be the threat.
Okay, but
that
don't
he
call
can
it
pull
the
it back
Wildcat.
and throw it deep.
Okay, but the point is,
Well,
if you put him in, you just let him run the offense.
Give it
It's his
whatever,
offense.
Give it whatever nickname you want. Call it Tebow, the Tebow Mania. Call it whatever you
It's
call it, whatever you
Tebow-mania.
want.
Okay, what if it works?
Run exact group
Okay,
of plays.
okay, what if you put him in the middle of the game and he goes down and scores? Now, would you put Sanchez back in?
They've already created drama by bringing Tebow to New York. I mean, there's going to be an aura about this, and I understand they're getting themselves a good football player. But if they truly wanted to run the Wildcat, the Tim Tebow, whatever they want to call it, draft Russell Wilson, kid coming out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If you really want to run the package, but along with Tim Tebow being a good football player, there's an aura that's about to hit this football team.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have to
We've
handle
already
that
seen
too.
it. We have 15 seconds. We've got to go. I asked Eric, if you were the coach there, would you encourage management or discourage management from making this move, bringing in Tebow?
Well, if I'm the coach there, if I'm going to look at him as a quarterback, I would encourage that. But I wouldn't encourage the fact that he's going to be a package player. Because here's the problem. What are you doing to the quarterback? This is going to affect Mark Sanchez.
You would welcome him to come in and be a quarterback.
If that's what you say, if that's what you truly believe, you welcome him as a quarterback. Because when you put this guy in the package, what is it doing for Mark Sanchez's psyche? Mark Sanchez is saying all the right things. But right now, guess what? That's tough.
It's going to be fun to see how this thing comes out. Coming up, the New Orleans Saints have no head coach. Drew Brees has been franchised.